G'day and welcome back. If you're new to this channel, my name's Jess Bonde, also known as Wild Bonde on socials. I'm currently on a lap around Australia photographing some of the most epic landscapes that I can find. And in this episode we spend 48 hours on the Yorke Peninsula in South Australia, where we find crazy pink lakes, perfect blue water coves and a lot of moodiness on the South Australian coastline. Now before we get stuck in, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a like, as it would really help me out. Okay, admin's done, now let's get stuck in. We are on our way down to Yorke Peninsula, down to the bottom tip, but just did a little bit of stalking of this place called Price, where there should be a pretty saucy, salty little lake where we should be able to get some cool textures. It's a salt farm. So cool textures and just, yeah, see what it looks like. So throw the drone up, might be banging, might also not be, so we'll see. Just finding some juicy textures. The colours look really good too. There's a fair amount of sun glare, so I'm just trying to dodge that, but between the colours in the water and then the texture of like that salt plain, whatever it is, looks sick. Gonna be banger city. This salt farm is actually in Price. If you're heading down to the Yorke Peninsula, it is, or from Adelaide, it is on the way. We're just about to get back onto the highway and keep on heading south, but very happy with that little call in. Definitely worth it. Currently in Marion Bay and just spent the last little bit just exploring around. There's a pretty cool big jetty, had a little bit of a chat to a local, and then went and found like a little bit of a cave, a little cove thing rather than a cave. Yeah, pretty nice little spot, but reality of the situation is that we have so much work to do, and at the current, or at the moment, we're trying to put out one video per week, which takes up about like 4 days-ish of editing. So realistically, all this exploring and everything that you're seeing at the moment is kind of jammed into like 2 or 3 days, and then the rest of the time we're basically editing. So we came down here, we're still going to try and do a lot of exploring tomorrow. That's probably going to be our main day, but yeah, unfortunately we have to get into the editing right now. So stop procrastinating, Jesse. Let's get stuck in. Morning. We are just waiting for the light to hit this road here. So it's at the Cape Spencer Lighthouse, and we have cloud cover behind us up here, which looks really tasty, but nothing out this way. So we're just going to wait it out for a little bit longer. Fingers crossed, once the sun gets a little bit higher, then we get this golden delicious light just streaming across the road. That's what we're hoping for. So that didn't eventuate to anything at all. So we're just going to go for a little bit of a drive and see what else we can find. Yeah, probably not worth the old 5:30 alarm, that's for sure. But that's what happens a good chunk of the time. So we'll go for a bit of explore and hopefully we find some bangers. 32, made out of pure copper. Captain Cook was the person that actually put the last bolt into the lighthouse, and yeah, it's pretty specky. Quite a good piece of Australian history right there. At the moment we are walking out to Bonde surf break. I think sunset's probably going to be a bit of a fizzer, but we're just going to go give it a crack anyways. And then, so we're going to Bonde surf break up to Bonde Bay, and then we're going to head to back to where we were for sunrise this morning and pray that we get some colour. Pray.
It's been a while, hey?
Just kind of finished up at Bonde, but it's with the weather at the minute, it's making things like so hard to actually like shoot. I think it could be like super amazing if we had good weather, but it's just not the case right now. So we're going to try and play on the gloominess of it, and we're going to head back around to that first spot just as you enter the national park, the Innes National Park. And see if we can try and get something like a little bit moodier and kind of like use the clouds and stuff to our advantage. So we are going to head back that way now. So we just pulled up at Gravelly Beach and I'm absolutely cooked. It's been a massive day because we got up at 5:30 to try and catch sunrise. Run around trying to shoot some locations down here at Yorke and make the most of our time. A little bit of work in the middle of the day, and then once we finished up shooting sunset, just drove out to Gravelly Beach, which is probably about like 40 minutes from Marion Bay area, I believe. On the coast, a little camp spot that is like perfect. Apparently it was recommended by a couple of friends that we met along the way. So Leah and James, thank you very much for the hot tip there. Yeah, but we don't actually know what it looks like because it's dark. We can see the water and that's about it. So very much looking forward to sunrise in the morning. So we're going to catch that, but it's now 8 p.m. and I start to cook dinner, so I'm just going to make something very quick, just some burritos or something maybe. You okay with that?
I'd love them.
Sweet. So anyway, yeah, so we're going to get stuck into making some burritos and then I am done. So yes. Oh, sunrise tomorrow though, so stick around for that because fingers crossed it's good. Onions are honestly so savage. South Australia, you have some messed up onions, mate. Real messed up. So that wraps up an epic few days down here on the Yorke Peninsula. Now, we didn't quite get the weather that we'd hoped for, but I still think if you're on a South Australian road trip, definitely head down this way, and fingers crossed you get better weather than us. Now, if you did make it this far in the video, firstly, thank you so much. Secondly, please like and subscribe, and I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments as well. All feedback's welcome, positive, negative, whatever it is. In the next episode, we head down to Port Lincoln where we go swimming with sea lions, which was one of the most epic experiences, and we're on the hunt for the great white sharks. So it's an epic episode, and I'll see you in the next one.